Let's face it, Halloween, it's fun, but it's also pretty hectic. And between all the candy, the costumes, there's bound to be some mishaps when it comes to the kids. Amber Chapkowskis is here to get us give us all we need to know when it comes to this hairdo mishaps. I love this idea because every single year something pops up.
Right.
You know, whether it be at school or whether it be getting them ready. And the first thing, of course, candy and gum. Mom, I don't know how this wad got here. And
Right.
what do we do if we're a mom with a kid with gum?
Gum is the worst culprit, and usually what parents will do is want to just cut this out. But there are some things you can do. You can use peanut butter, olive oil, or even a silicone-based product. I have put olive oil in this today. If you want to hold her, I can show you how it will just start to come out after you let it sit. It's just going to comb right out.
So just a little olive oil and the peanut butter as well?
Yep. Yep, and it'll just comb right out. It'll take you a minute to kind of work it out, but you can see how that gum is just coming right out.
Oh, not a problem at all. Same with the candy then.
Yes.
Yep. Oh my God, there's so many kids I went to school with that had big patches after Halloween because the mom and they're trying to cover it up. Okay, of course, the next thing of that rat's nest, and we have Camden and we have Callista, and they're adorable. And she's got quite the do going on here.
She does.
How much teasing did that take?
A lot of teasing and a lot of hairspray.
Beautiful. But then once this is done, it's a knotted mess under there.
Right.
So how do we get this beautiful do down and back to some sort of normalcy?
There's a couple of things. First, I'll say start with professional products that are water-based, so that when you add water to it, it liquefies and starts to run out. Smart. That will help. What I have done, my daughter actually wore a style similar to this for Crazy Hair Day. So I put her in the shower, washed her hair with a clarifying shampoo, which is going to be a little bit deeper cleansing. It's going to remove any of that buildup, get all of that product out of there first.
Before we do the do, right?
No, this is after.
Oh, after.
So
okay.
I don't try to comb through this or brush this while it's dry. I just put her in the shower, wash it with a clarifying shampoo, get the product out. Then I put a moisturizing conditioner in her hair, let it sit for a few minutes. While that's in, I'll start to brush it out with a paddle brush. And if you use a technique, you go under, over, under, over. Those knots will come out much easier.
So under, over
with a nice flat paddle brush like this.
So the purifying shampoo, that's really smart. I didn't think about that. That's going to break down, or clarifying shampoo just to kind of break down. Okay, and if you have a little one like Camden who has a lot of gel or a lot of stiffening product in there.
Again, you can use a clarifying shampoo to help get that out. I did want to talk about one other thing that a lot of parents do for Halloween is we put those temporary colors in their hair. I would warn you that they are not always wash out. They are supposed to be, but depending on the condition of the hair, it may not. So I encourage you to try it first with a small section. Make sure it's going to wash out before you put it all over the hair.
Very good.
And if you do have trouble getting it out, you can use a clarifying shampoo again to get that color out. We chose not to put color in his hair because he's so blonde.
And they have those clip-ins now too, which might be a little easier.
Exactly.
And what about the hairdo where the daughter or son comes to you and goes, well, Mom, I just cut some of my hair.
Yes.
Trying to get it out, and I went ahead and took the scissors and shears to it. What do you do about that?
The best thing you can do is bring them in to a Great Clip salon, and we will see what we can do with it. A lot of times it's not as bad as you think, and we can trim it up, blend it in, and get that looking like it should.
We've heard about Kool-Aid, kind of using that as a color. Would you recommend that over some of the harsher?
Kool-Aid actually can be more staining than some of the, some of the sprays.
I've heard about this Kool-Aid. Okay, so either use a clip-in or just test it first to make sure that it's not a permanent costume for your child. Well, this is great advice. So these are things we probably have right now in our pantry and in our homes. So peanut butter, olive oil, and a little bit of some silicone-based, any sort of spray, and then of course that clarifying shampoo.
Yes.
Very important. Great advice.
Thank you.
Make sure your kids have a blast tonight, but make sure tomorrow they're not looking like they're still in their costume. We put all of these details on what to do when these dilemmas do pop up, and mom and dads, we know it will pop up on SonoranLiving.com. Great advice. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well,